Next, here aerobatic flight, put a star mark. Here, please cooperate. No? Cooperate. Aerobatic flight, star mark. Amuk, can you take your aircraft, go to a sector, nobody is watching you, your transponder is not working, for example. Now, can you do aerobatics? I mean, can you do inverted flight? You know how to do it. Okay. You know how to do it. Can you do it? Or will you do it? You know how to do it. Nobody is watching you. Will you do it? Here, I don't have time here.
I can try, sir.
You can try. Here, what am I teaching? I am teaching rules of air, and this in this lesson you are telling you will do aerobatic flight without proper permissions. Do you see? Do you see this? Prescribed by the appropriate authority as indicated by the relevant. Okay. For example, you do an aerobatic maneuver. Okay. So in that aerobatic maneuver, you are cleared for 5,000 feet altitude. Correct. There is an aircraft at 4,000 feet altitude, which you don't know because ATC will know. Correct. You did not listen on the radio, and you did aerobatics. That aerobatic will lead to loss. For example, you banged 70 degrees bank. Of course, there will be loss of lift. Of course, the aircraft will lose height. Correct. And you think that you know how to do it, but you don't know. Understood? Understood. I have not taught you yet. Na? How will you know? Clear? So never do unless.
Okay, sir.
And these air shows will happen na, in Bangalore. Correct? So they will have proper in written permission from DGC. Okay. So never attempt any aerobatic maneuver while flying all your life unless there is in written permission from DGC. Correct. Now, when you have in written permission from DGC, let's say you became a very good pilot and Red Bull hired you. Okay, to do their air shows. Right? These Red Bull guys will be flying, na, doing aerobatics. Now, in that case, what you will do here, all aerobatic maneuvers should be completed. For example, you're doing a barrel roll or something. Correct. I mean, it will be like this here. It will come like this and it will go. Correct. That should be done. I mean, if this is the ground, that maneuver should be over. That maneuver should be over. You cannot come below this level. That is 2,000 feet. You cannot come below 2,000 feet. Here in India, we measure height in feet. But there are some countries which measure height in meters also. Correct. So ICAO has given 2,000 feet or 600 meters. Okay. In exams, DGCA guys might ask in the options in meters because they just would have copied that line from the ICAO rules, correct? So remember 2000 feet or 600 meters. Am I clear? Your aerobatic maneuver should complete like this. Now, if you are flying close to an aerodrome, for example, let's say this is an aerodrome. I wrote in the shape of A to say this is an aerodrome. Correct. If you are flying close to an aerodrome, correct, you cannot come below 6,000 feet unless you are at least 2 nautical miles away from the airport. This is from the perimeter of the airport. You are at least 2 nautical miles from the perimeter of the airport. You are at least 2 nautical miles. So you cannot come flying aerobatically to the close to the aerodrome this much. Okay, you can complete here aerobatics. Understood? Beyond 2 nautical miles, you can come close, but from the first rule, you cannot come below 2,000 feet or 600 meters. Am I clear? 6,000 feet or 1,800 meters. Correct. In this cone, you cannot fly. Am I clear? There no need to draw anything. You can just listen to the class. If you want to write, you can write down. I have no issues. But I'll be sharing this PDF with you. Okay. No aircraft can fly aerobatically except under conditions. Okay, fine. When aircraft is used for aerobatics, correct? Completion of maneuver should be at a height of 2000 feet or 600 meters. Correct. I mean, if, for example, you are flying an aircraft, which will say if you are doing aerobatics, you should complete at 3000 feet, then 3000 feet. Generally, not below 2000 feet. Okay, next. It shall be flown by a pilot licensed who is licensed to fly aerobatics for as aerobatic pilot. Correct. If someone is flying for qualifying purpose of to get a license, correct, then there should be accompanied by a licensed instructor also. You cannot say, yeah, I am flying aerobatically solo. Correct. You will be accompanied by a licensed instructor. If something you make wrong, he will take over and correct it. He will semi aircraft. You leave all the controls. It will be his controls. Am I clear? Yes. For example, you're flying from, let's say, Delhi to Kolkata. For example, you are flying for Indigo. Indigo took an aircraft for as a rent, okay, as a lease, okay, a dry lease from, let's say, from America, some other airline, okay. Now, Indigo wants to give back this aircraft. When those guys comes, they will ask, here, fly this aircraft and show us. They will ask, okay. They will have to check whether if something goes wrong, is the aircraft correcting itself or not. Okay, then these Indigo guys will notify if, for example, there are 5 or 10 passengers on this aircraft. Let's say this is an ATR. That day it has only 10 passengers. So it says ki your mid-flight between Delhi and, let's say, Kolkata. Let's say Mumbai. Kolkata is not here, no? Mumbai. We will be conducting maneuvers where we will stall the aircraft and we want to check the autopilot whether it corrects itself or not. That's how they will come to know whether the automated systems are working or not. Correct. Then they have to make all the passengers sign that they are going to sit in an aircraft which is going to be stalled. Okay. So this used to happen long back, and there was an incident. The exact thing which I said happened, and the pilot started stall very close to the ground. He thought that, yeah, anyway the autopilot will take over. Autopilot did not take over. His stall could not be recovered before it hit the ground, and everyone in the aircraft died. You can see this documentary on the YouTube also. Am I clear? So if you're conducting aerobatics with passengers, okay, you should obtain in writing their consent. Am I clear on this? And of course, PIC shall satisfy himself that everyone has proper seat belts before starting any aerobatic maneuver, or even before moving the aircraft, even before taxiing the aircraft. Am I clear? So in your flying club, you cannot fly aerobatically. You may cause hazard to the other air traffic. Like I told, among you're flying at 5000 feet, at 4000 feet, if there is an aircraft. Okay, so you cannot fly aerobatically.
Sir, every aircraft can maneuver.
Every aircraft
Can maneuver.
No, not every. No, not every aircraft. See, I think in India there is one Cessna, which is Cessna 152, which is aerobatically approved. So what is meant by aerobatic approval is we have something called as load factor. Load factor, Ramakant, what is load factor?
Lift by weight, sir.
Lift by weight. Very good. Correct. That means the lift, generally every aircraft, okay, which flies will fly because it produces a lift. Understood? This is lift and this is weight. Okay. But now, for example, if an aircraft is like this, attempting to do a vertical climb. Now the wings are like this to the aircraft. That means lift is generated in this direction. Correct? Lift is always generated perpendicular to the wings. If this is my wing, lift is generated like this, correct? If these are my wings. So the whole thrust of the aircraft is balancing the weight. Clear? Clear. But no aircraft, which is like most of the aircrafts are not aerobatically approved. That means your thrust will be less than weight. You are flying because your thrust is balancing the drag, and your weight is balanced by the airflow on the wing and below the wing, that is lift. Clear? Your engine doesn't have the power to carry the weight of your aircraft. So if an aircraft is said to be aerobatically approved, its engine should produce so much thrust that it will balance out its weight. That means it can do, if this is the runway, normally an aircraft will do like this climb, correct? If an aircraft is aerobatically approved, generally it can just go forward and do a vertical takeoff, like how the fighter jets do. Correct? So that is aircraft maneuverability. Generally, all Cessna which you fly in India doesn't have it. I heard that there is only one Cessna in India which is aerobatically approved. If I am not wrong, it is with Bombay Flying Club. I don't know. Okay, this is just a hearsay. Clear? Clear? You understand now, Manthan, what is meant by aerobatic approval or capability? Did you really understand?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. I mean, all this we will see in detail in technical general: lift, drag, thrust, correct, weight, which balances what in a flight. Next. So no person shall fly aerobatically within 2 nautical miles from the nearest point of the perimeter of the aerodrome unless he is at a height of 6,000 feet. Clear? That means you should complete your maneuver above 6,000 feet. Correct? If you are within 2 nautical miles. If you are beyond 2 nautical miles from an aerodrome, you can come close to the ground, but up before only minimum is 2,000 feet. Correct? These are the two rules. How many of you really understood and it is all clear? Raise your hands. Very good. Lucky? Very good. Now you may ask, sir, you conducted air shows in Bangalore. Correct? Is it not a popular city? How can you do it? See, they follow these two rules, correct? And they have an approval letter from DGCA. Okay. See, DGCA is a very, I mean, kind of board which is very strict with these kind of things. Correct? There are some airlines like SpiceJet. They don't really understand the importance of flying. They don't understand how an aircraft flies, and they are an airline. This is what I strongly believe. Okay. See, I'll tell you one good example. Okay. They recently, like two scenarios, I'll tell you. One scenario for a Diwali, okay, what they did was for Diwali or Holi, okay, they made all air hostess dance in the mid-flight. Then what happened? All passengers came out and started dancing. And then what happened? See, first officer or captain came out, took a selfie, posted it on Facebook or Instagram, social media. Now everybody came to know this has happened. See, I'll tell you, an aircraft is maintaining is like aircraft is in air. For example, this aircraft weight is 1,36,000 tons. Correct. It is maintaining its weight like a seesaw from the center of gravity. And now it has wings that they are maintaining lift from center of pressure. Correct. And this tail plane delicately balancing them. Correct. You are at the controls balancing delicately. Now, suddenly if 10 people move forward, that means you have to pull the stick so far, so hard, so that your nose won't go down. Am I clear? Are these not aerobatics? Correct. So don't do these kind of stupid things. Not if you are a captain, even in SpiceJet, you say, okay, today I'm going on sick leave. Okay, I'm having loose motions. Okay, you tell them. Okay, now these SpiceJet, though, okay, fine. Those captain who flew the aircraft that day and the pilot who took the selfie, correct? That was there. Like he posted here this kind of thing. And of course, they are like given some punishment, some kind of punishment. Correct? I think they were suspended for 1 year or so. Something like that have happened. Recently, also these stupid guys again conducted one marriage mid-flight. Okay, here, see, someone who is very rich wants to conduct marriage in mid-flight. You book the aircraft. I understand, na? But you book a private jet in which there are only 10 people, but the engines are so powerful that it will not be a problem. Not on an airliner here. Airliner, they give you a seat. That means you have to sit in that seat.